was a hard-fought game. Julio Cesar saved Inter Milan quite a lot this game as well. But it just goes to show that Jose Mourinho can change his game plan easily, in the sense that you can play Italian football, which is just defense and defense and defense, and you can still come out on top. And I just think, looking at it now, I see the English league as being weak right now. You lose Manchester and you lose Arsenal. Liverpool knocked out in group stages. Chelsea knocked out by Inter in not quarterfinals, the round previous to this. And now you have Liverpool competing in the backwater league. As I see it, I mean, it's not really that, but it's the Europa League, UEFA Cup previously. And now it just shows that English soccer is deteriorating a bit. And this summer you'll see a lot of players trying to go back to England as well.
There's to be big money transfers going through summer.
Yeah.
I mean, not to move off topic, but that's what the World Cup really is for, in a sense, because it shows off these players that you don't really. A lot of them, like you see the superstars like Messi, Ronaldo, you see them play, but there are also these small players you don't that come on the team, and then these teams are going to look at these players and think, I could add this player to my team and they'll make a big difference.
You're going to have the American audience introduced to a lot of new players. A lot of new countries are coming in. Slovenia is coming in. Marek Hamsik, I think, plays for them, and he's on Napoli. If you are going to watch World Cup, keep an eye on Marek Hamsik. You will be astounded by what you see. Russia's missing. Andrei Arshavin is missing. It's just a matter of what you see, because a lot of people probably are going to be surprised by the new talent that's going to come out of this World Cup. This is probably going to be one of the best World Cups I have.
I would be excited to watch this.
Going back to the first leg of the Barcelona-Arsenal game, I really liked Walcott when he came in. I believe that's how they.
This is what they should have done for Walcott. They should have put him on the bench from the second leg. Walcott's a super sub. He's not capable of starting from the beginning, because Walcott is one of the speediest players on the right side of the
Very
world.
well, he is.
That's what he's known for. He is not for his tricks, not for his ability.
He's very fast.
That's what he is fast.
Yeah.
He is come under scrutiny because he does not know how to play past the player. He takes on the player and doesn't play around him. Therefore, that's why he's coming under scrutiny and could probably lose out on his World Cup plays after performances in the domestic league, where he can't capitalize on games that are necessary for him to come on.
Then what about the first goal? What they scored?
Second leg or first leg?
First leg.
First leg, it's a finish that you see out of Walcott. He came on and he beat Maxwell, and then he scores.
Maxwell player who I think, if I'm not mistaken, just starting to play for Barcelona.
He was playing the left back for Eric Abidal, but Eric Abidal was able to contain him this game. Then they put on Maxwell.
Because Maxwell hasn't seen much time this year.
No, he hasn't, because he's playing under Abidal. But
Right.
for the last 2 months, he was starting because Abidal has been in
Right.
a ligament injury. But what that was necessary is you have to have Walcott come in as a super sub and take out that weak left side that's probably already going to be weakened from
All the time it's playing.
Exactly. Give him 20 minutes in the 70th and he'll be fine. Like, he will work. But first leg, as I said, slack defending cost Arsenal that game. They could have won that game had it not been for Almunia coming out and leaving so much room for Ibrahimovic to lob over him. So that's how I see it.
Predictions for the final. Who will pass for the final? Between Inter and Barcelona, who's going to pass?
Do we have who's home and who's away first? Or
I don't know.
I see Bayern Munich coming on top on away goals. Going on to the final. Because Lyon's not going to go down that easy, and I don't expect them to either.
I expect it to be a very tough match. I can even say it might even go to penalties. If that.
I agree with you on that one. But for the second game, that's too hard to predict, and I'm not going to make a judgment on that. That's the clash of philosophies in the making. You have Jose Mourinho, skilled tactician. Chelsea is his pride and joy for the 2 years that he reigned. Pep Guardiola's Barcelona, and it will really be one of the greatest matches in the century. Like, to see Zlatan Ibrahimovic come back, face his previous club, and to witness San Juan come back to the Camp Nou, it will be probably one of the greatest games I've ever witnessed.
I mean, I was expecting a little bit more with Henry and Arsenal.
Yeah, because
But I've been listening to a lot of talking that he basically just sat there and just didn't really want to attack his team that he was.
Everybody thought he was going to do much more.
I think
because everybody applauded him. It's his home field.
I thought he was going to play, but he really just stood there and just took the game, just took it in, I guess, rather than actually play the game itself. But I think Ibra will actually play the game itself and want to win.
And then La Liga, Bojan answered his 2 goals. He proved himself to Ibra's 2 goals in the Champions League, and I have high hopes for Bojan.
Bojan did quite very well in the Liga last week.
Bojan's only had 3 goals this season.
I not like last week.
Watching him play, I like what he did.
But I think the smart move for Barcelona would be to loan him out.
Yeah, for a little bit and have him.
They're going to sell him because you have Karasin, who's already loaned out. You have Ibrahimovic, who's hurt. You have Pedro, who's doing more than Bojan can. You have Messi, who basically is himself the scorer.
It's Messi.
And there's no place for Bojan. I don't personally, I don't want to sell Bojan because of the talent he has, and I think the talent he can bring to the team. Because he's been there, I don't say a long time, but he's been there. He's growing in Barca.
I would loan him, let him gain experience, and then
let him go to a team where he can actually play.
Yeah. There's incentive to use Bojan to lure Javi to Barcelona this one.
Which I think that'd be easy.
See, there you go. Bojan's not that great, but he's capable. He can be played, yes.
Yeah, he can be played.
He's not where you're going to build your future of your team from.
No, I wouldn't start at Bojan. I would give Bojan maybe three more years.
If he was older,
in great experience, and I think then you could start to maybe mold.
I wouldn't start him now, but 3 years from now I would.
So to bring people and play with him.
But I mean, there's Pedro in front of him.
I don't know. I say in Barca.
Well, I mean, you have Pedro who's going to be there because Pedro's only 2 years older than Bojan.
I didn't mean put Bojan in Barca. I mean Bojan will have a team, and then build
a
team from him.
Exactly, but
not in Barca.
Yeah.
No.
But you can also build a team out of forward. Like what I'm saying is, there is a midfielder, and that midfielder is Xavi, and that's the team we build out of because Xavi is Barcelona at this moment. Xavi he creates everything from the midfield. He brings from the defense to the mid, to the outside, to Messi, or to the side flanks. That's what Xavi is going to be doing this World Cup. Xavi will be probably one of the greatest players in the World Cup, alongside Iniesta, should they both be fit.
And it would make for a very strong
Exactly. Pep Guardiola saw himself in Xavi, and that's where Xavi is. Xavi decides how to...
He plays perfectly as position.
Yeah, but then you also have to have this partnership with Iniesta count as well, because Xavi on a bad day is without Iniesta. That's how it is. And how this Saturday goes depends on whether Xavi is able to be shut down from... Real Madrid has to attack from the beginning and high pressure.
Do you want to talk about this?
Are we switching to...
Yeah, we're switching.
Okay.